Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sold Exclamation Point. A couple things to talk about and some sales. All right, so so a reminder: this Saturday, if you live in the Twin Cities, St. Anthony, Maine, Twin Cities Heat Exchange, first annual. Hopefully, it'll be something that blows up over the years. I'm excited, especially since I don't really know what to expect. But I'm hoping for a good show. I'm preparing the next 3 days for that show, and on my Instagram, I'll do some like previews of what I'm bringing as I get things tagged up. And also in the description, I'll put a link to the information for the vintage show. Next up, we got Wells Fargo. I went in yesterday. Yeah, I went in yesterday to deposit some cash. Banker was there. I talked to him. He was out last week, which is why I didn't hear anything. Had a tooth emergency, so he's telling me about some crazy tooth story. So what happened now is I was talking to him and I asked him a couple questions so I could share it with you guys. So I said, well, and I'm pretty sure I knew the answer, but I wanted confirmation. I said, well, so we're applying for a business loan for $50,000. Okay, not a small amount of money, by any means. However, if on the same day we applied for that loan, my wife and I went to the car dealer and got a fully loaded brand new Yukon for $47,000. I would be driving that Yukon right now. It would be sitting in my my driveway, right? So, I was pretty sure I knew, but I wanted to confirm. My two guesses were, one, the Yukon is an asset that can be repossessed, at a higher rate of success. So like I could, if you give unsecured cash, who's to say I don't go, oh man, I bet I could double this at the casino. And then it's gone and there's nothing to take. So that I assume you confirmed that was one of them. And the other thing too is that, with the car dealer is trying to make a sale. And so they're willing to be flexible on financing and approving people because they have to move cars. And so that was the other one. Apparently, business loans do have a very high default rate, which is one of the other reasons. And car loans actually have a very low default rate, mainly because if you take somebody's car, they can't get to work, so they tend to try to pay for that car. So I thought that was kind of cool. That's pretty much what I thought. But if you're ever wondering, like, man, it's so hard to get a loan from the bank, but if I go buy a car, it's no problem. Those are your reasons. So yeah, those are two things I want to talk about, and let's get into sales. So what we're gonna see here today is a demonstration of what happens if you use variation listing and you specialize. So what's happening is one thing is selling, it's raising the ranking, another thing is selling, and because I'm using variations in the drop down list to find what you're looking for, you might see some other stuff that you didn't know you were looking for. And so so you're looking for Ivan Rodriguez, and you're like, oh, Mike Piazza, so maybe buy another card. So we're seeing a combination of those two things where both the specialization along with the variation listing, every time there's a sale, it's building up that listing and getting in front of more people's eyes. So first off, sold, and I don't know what order these are. I sold a program car. Program car, I got nothing to talk about with it. $8. And then right after I sold the single, I sold two for $24. There's a good chance that first sale helped me sell the second two. So that's that. Then I sold a lot of Smoky Collection. I think I'm going to go backwards in order of when they sold. The most recent sale was a 12 card lot, all St. Louis Cardinals. So with the variation listing, once you get past about 150 cards or variations, it really becomes a pain. The load times take a long time. Getting more pictures because you're doing so much more scrolling to get all the individual pictures in there. I kind of tap out at 150. So with the Cardinals lot, for example, it's actually 2 listings. It's 400 something cards, but it's 2 different listings. This person only bought from my A through M listing. So they're all in alphabetical order. So I got A through M and N through Z. Why I can't say that, I don't know. So I don't know. I'm wondering if they'll get it and go, oh, that's cool, and then maybe look and find my other listings. I have actually had that happen before. Nothing amazing here. Reed Gorecki, Jason Mott, and he's hitting, but I'm pretty sure he's a pitcher. He's a catcher. I don't know. I'm not real good with Jason Mott. Who am I thinking of? Cal Eldred, who is actually best known for being a Brewer. Alan Craig, who is a playoff hero. I believe he had a walk-off or some silliness like that. Terry Bradshaw. Oscar Mercado. Here's a nice one. This is a Heritage Tony La Russa. It's real nice. I really like that one a lot. Trip Cromer. David Bell. David Bell was a real solid player. And I like that set. The guy I don't know, but I really love the set. I don't know, something or another. But I really like this set. It's one of my favorite. I believe it's 96 Flair, 95 Flair. It's just a wild card. But the colors are real muted on it. So getting them signed, you can see here the blue's just popping. Even though it's lots of colors are around it, the colors are muted. So it's just the blue pops on the card. I really like that set for getting autographed. Alan Bennis, top prospect. Actually had an okay career, if I remember correctly. And Rick Ankiel, who was lights out his rookie year as a pitcher. Was it his head or his elbow? Might have been a combination of both, but I want to say it was his head. He couldn't hit the strike zone anymore. And then he came back and he actually turned out to be a pretty good power hitter. Later in his career, he went back down to minors, learned to hit, came back up. That lot went for 53. I sold another DJ LeMahieu. I got one more. I'm not raising the price on him. I actually don't have a real big outlook. I know he made the All-Star team. And I know he's a Yankee, but I don't see it. Maybe I've been wrong before. That went for 9. Then sad story, as a lot of you guys know, a Los Angeles Angels pitcher Tyler Skaggs passed away yesterday, and immediately the 2 Skaggs cards that I had in the Smoky Collection sold to 2 different people. So that's how fast it was. People immediately went on eBay to buy up the cheap autographs of them. I know there's a lot of discussion about if that's tacky to sell an autograph or if it's rude. I don't know if rude is the right way. I think tacky. So like I belong to a group, Autographs 101 on Facebook. They've helped me out a whole bunch in IDing autographs and just understanding the autograph game. But they put a moratorium on buying and selling players after they died for like 48 hours. I really like that rule. It's a cool rule for a community. You know, I think one of the things got put up was Probstein had a topped chrome black auto of Skaggs, and they put deceased in the title of the listing. You know, it's sort of a weird conversation because people are like, well, I'm never going to buy Probstein again. My guess is those people already are not buying from Probstein because they don't like them in general, so it's just more to pile on. The thing that got me was putting deceased doesn't help sell the card. It's not a cert term, so no one's writing Skaggs deceased auto. it seemed like it was really gratuitous, and it doesn't have any real benefit to both the price and the awareness of that card being up. As far as putting your autos up right after a death, I don't know. I mean, the practicality of it is, especially in this case. So here are the two Skaggs, the Donruss Elite and his pro debut. And so here's the thing. You know, the practicality of it is, if you're putting together this pro debut set or the elite set, which are both prospect sets, which there's probably a number of people putting that together in person. The fact is, the supply is now set. If he signed 100 of them, then there's 100 of them. If he signed 200 of them, then there's 200 of them. And you know, running out and getting it for your set, because you know it's going to be that much harder to get. I get it. What I realized yesterday, I was reading the article, and you know, it's 27 years old. I mean, it's crazy. I realized that Angels lost Aiden Hart too, so that was wild. But you can find Aiden Hart autos now. I mean, so I don't think anybody needs to go crazy grabbing it up. You know, it's a sad time. But I don't know. I just don't judge people on that one. I mean, there's the practicality and a reality of supply. And then on the other hand, if you want to just go, you know, I'm not going to buy his cards until a certain amount of time passes, that's really cool. And I think that's a character attribute. Okay, moving on. Had a single sale. Both those went for $8, so people were running to eBay and grabbing all the cheap autos, most likely to relist them at a higher price. This is Brian Daubach, just a single, $8. And then this is pretty easy. Somebody's doing the set 1994 Upper Deck Baseball. Luis Ortiz, David Segui, Jeff McNeely, Ricky Gutierrez, Brad Pennington, Jeff Becerro, and Pokey Reese. And so it's pretty obvious this guy's doing the set. You know, different teams, different players, but the same set. That went for, oh yeah, so this one was, he bought each card individually instead of putting them all on his cart. This is going to be a real pain in the ass. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. I'm going to have to make 6 refunds. And I really hate it because I got to keep 35 cents of the refund to pay for PayPal. And it's like, oh man, we're just giving PayPal more money and me more work to do for nothing. So, if you're going to buy multiple items from one seller, please put them in your cart before you buy them. It's a massive pain in the butt to do that many refunds. All-Star Game. This is they had a 2 or 3 or 4 variation covers. I want to say that I've seen 3. This went for 18. They don't go for a whole lot yet. So 2014, they're only about 5 years old. Okay, this is cool. All-Star Masks. Love it. So I don't sell stuff under $10 on eBay. I don't list it. It's not worth my time. This went for 12, so I guess it made the cut. But sometimes I get something and I remember it from when I was a kid, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And it's not necessarily that I'm making money on it, but when people are looking through my inventory, I want them to go, oh, that's awesome, he's got one of those. So yeah, these are cool. So you get a mask of Jose Canseco. Be like, hi, I'm Jose. So this one's Mattingly, Strawberry, Clark, and Canseco, and it looks like back here there's one with Griffey and Jim Abbott. That's interesting. There's a Nolan Ryan, Clemens, Hershiser. So yeah, there's 4 different ones on the back. So it's kind of cool. So if this jogs your memory, go on eBay. They're real cheap. It seems like there's always some available. So for $10, it'll be fun to goof off, with the math. I had 3 sales from that size 8 lot. These were all $9.99. I got $7 offers. They were all logos that don't change, so they've been around for years. So a lot of times you'll see these for $10 at Lids or $12 at Lids. So that's not why I bought this collection. So I gave them combined shipping. So $7 a piece plus the $7 shipping. Is that right? You know what? I didn't write it down. So yeah, so 21, 28 for the 3. So we got Red Sox. This one needs a cleaning and a shape. And 2 of them weren't in the best condition either. And Cubs. So, but somebody got, for 28 bucks, they got 3 hats. So they're probably extremely happy. Utah Utes. This is a little Toddler leather jacket. You never see this stuff. I actually paid $10 for it, and I knew I wasn't going to get a ton. Ended up getting 32. So I made my money on it. Toddler stuff, might want to keep an eye out. There's actually real money into it. Youth tends to sell way lower than adult, but toddler stuff, because they don't make as much of it, there's a real market for it. There's a couple guys I know who are stashing a lot of it. So, look at the prices, keep an eye out. Alright, so we had 2 College World Series tees. I'm really taking low offers on these now because I have so much, and I'm trying to get my rankings up so I can get more eyes on them because I have so much supply. I think I have 60 of them from, 3 or 4 years. I really like this one. This is the 2010 one, and then it's got the bats on the back, so that's a really great design. I thought that was cool. And then sold a Long Beach State, and I guess they call themselves the Dirtbags. So the 2 went for $25, which I'm into them about $1 a piece, so I'm more than happy with $25. But I would like to sell them at the $14.99 that I have them at once I get enough eyes on them. Minnesota Wild Polo. This is an older one, I believe. Probably not that old, maybe 10 years old. That went for $22, so that's a solid sale. And I want to say that is it. That's it. So, remember this Saturday, if you're in Twin Cities, please come check out the vintage, I don't know what to call it, vintage show. Card show, vintage show. Check out the vintage show. It's the guy who is organizing it. I don't know him very well, but he's been very accessible. His customer service is really high. I keep pestering him with questions like, can I see the location early? Just different stuff. And he's very timely in his response. He's doing a good job with the marketing. So come support him, and maybe we can make this a bigger show years down the line. Every year gets a little bigger. Remember, Comic-Con started with 50, 30 people in a hotel room. The National Card Show started the same way. No reason why this can't become a big deal. And I will definitely give you guys a review once the show is over. And I'll try to take video. The thing about doing these videos and doing Instagram and stuff, it's not in my nature to do that. I know, I'm older, I'm an old guy. And, doing stuff with my phone isn't ingrained in me like it might be for a 22-year-old. So I'll do the best I can. If I put up a big donut where I don't have any pictures and any video, I apologize. But I'll do the best I can to sort of let everybody know what that show is about and how it went down. Thanks for watching, and have a great day, everybody. I will see you tomorrow.